Oops. So this has worked for a couple of days and then it's failed. I'm so sorry. I'm not perfect. Essentially, the SD card reader is just not working again. And just to show you that, so we've got the SD card. Let's take that off in the back. And there's no... It just doesn't recognise it when you put it in. Nothing. And I've got my switch here. And when we pop it in my switch, like so. There you go. So restart the console to use the micro SD card. So it is recognising it. There's nothing wrong with the SD card itself. It is just a case that the SD card reader doesn't work on there. Because I'm an idiot. So yeah, let's take it apart and let's have another look. I haven't used Magic to open one of these for a while, so let's do that. Nice. Right, well it doesn't look like it's come loose or anything, so I mean, the first thing I'm going to do is have a look. Oh. Oops. Ooh. Let's get this under the microscope. Yeah, I think I just pulled 4 of the pins out. They were obviously loose, even though they did not look it. I'm hoping they're still inside the other side of the connector, but let's have a look. Yes, they are. Can I rescue this? Oh, I don't know. How am I going to get those? Oh. I mean, looking at that on the screen, that looks massive, right? It's tiny. I don't even know how big those pins are. They're like... I just don't know. Wow. Okay, so they're like... Oh, that's interesting. I might be able to get those... I might be able to rescue this. As long as they don't ping off to the nth dimension. Or the 9th dimension, as Northridge Fix calls it. There's one. Wow. There's 2. Get off. 3 and 4. Get off. Right. Now what? Well, I guess I'm going to have to take this apart completely. I'm going to have to remove this connector. I'm going to have to put these pins back in because I still think there's a pad underneath one of the pins on this. But maybe not. Maybe it was just those 4 that weren't soldered on properly. I think to be on the safe side, I'm going to have to try and take it off again. Right, let's take this apart. And while I'm taking this apart, let's give a shout out to the Holy Hand Grenade patrons this week, which is Tidder, Ellis Garbett, and Jamrag Berlin. As always, it's much appreciated. Thank you. Let's disconnect the battery. And then we'll get this board out and let's get it set up to try and remove that connector. Such fun. Alright, I'm hoping I can get this off as cleanly as I got it off last time. But we'll see. Let's do it. Okay. Well, that seems to come off okay. Let's have a look on the underside of this. I mean, that still looks fine, doesn't it, on the top side? Let's have a look underneath and see if there is that pad. I don't see it. I don't see it. It would have corresponded to this here. I'm wondering whether that isn't the problem then, and whether it was just the fact that those 4 pins weren't soldered on properly. Well, let's clean this up and let's see if we can work out what we're dealing with. Right, that looks okay. Right, let's have a look at the connector now, see if we can get these pins back in. This is going to be fun. Wow. This is a lot harder than it looks. Yes, there's one. Wow. Only 3 more to go. Yes. Getting good at this now. Don't speak too soon, Steve. Get in. Yes. Right, last one. The last one's the most difficult. Yes. Right, they're all back in now. So now it's just a simple case of putting this back on the board. And making sure they're all soldered on properly. I'm not going to worry about all the flux that's in there for now. I'm going to get it on the board and then I can give it a good clean from there. Whew. I'm also going to assume it doesn't matter which way round this goes, because the connector looks the same either way. Yeah. Well, I hope so, because I can't remember which way around it goes. Oh, nice one. Doesn't go that way around, Steve. That'll do. Alright, I'm going to go with that and hope surface tension pulls it in. There we go. Right, now I'm just going to tilt it. And if necessary, I'm going to add some more salt. I mean, they look like they're on again, don't they? But I am going to just run the soldering iron over it just to make sure. Could do with a very, very thin tip for this, I think. Alright, super thin tip incoming. This is a racy angle, so this is quite difficult. Oh, it moved then, didn't it? Okay. Well, they look alright to me. Let's give it the tweezer test. Oh, there we go, that one moved. Successful tweezer test to prove that that one wasn't connected. I think the others are okay, but let's just add a little bit of solder. I do have to be careful of not melting the plastic here, obviously. By a little bit of solder, what I actually meant was far too much solder. Well, I think they're okay, and I don't think I've got any bridges. Yep, I think they're alright. Let's flip it around and have a look at the other side. Yeah, okay. I'm going to do the same on that side. I'm just going to add a little bit. Try and add a little bit of solder this time. What? It's really hard to see with this glare. Let's try a different angle. Slightly better angle. Okay, it's incredibly hard to see. Doesn't look like I've got any bridges there. Are they all on? Let's try. Yes, I think they are. I'm going to clean it up properly, and then I'll have a good close look at it. Right, I'll just let this dry off, and then I'm going to put it back together, and then we'll see if it works. Right, so I mean it looks okay-ish there. In theory, I should be able to put this connector in and disconnect it without any of those pins coming out. I think that's the way I'm going to test this. First of all, let's see if I can actually get this in. Right. That's in. So now if I take that out and any of those pins come out, I know they weren't soldered on properly. Here we go. Oh, excellent. Right. I'm going to put this back together now and I'm going to test it. Alright, the moment of truth. There he goes. Well, that's a good sign. It comes on. Right, let's try this SD card. Very nervous. What do we think? Yes or no? I'm I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Oh, just broke that. Right, here goes. Pushing it in now. Yes! Get in there! Let's try it again, make sure it wasn't a fluke. Ooh. Third time's a charm. Oh, you beauty. Oh. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to last. Let's shake it around a bit. Ugh. That's the ultimate test, right? Still works. I'm going to go with that.